They're connoisseurs of power. So, they're very impressed by the military AI. They're going to have some serious thinking on their side about how far ahead America is on that. So they're not kind of cheering about what's happening. They're watching it very carefully. On the chokeholds, one of my big fears is that Donald Trump is a connoisseur of the chokeholds of his youth. He's obsessed with oil and fossil fuels, the things that made you powerful in the 1980s. The Chinese are looking for the next chokehold. So several times people said, yes, we used the control of our rare earth mineral sort of supply routes last year to really induce kind of panic in America and the rest of the world. But now America is going to get us, is going to do whatever it takes to break that chokehold. So we need to think of the next chokehold. And they would list, pharmaceutical precursors, other chemicals. They are looking for leverage all the time. They are connoisseurs of power. But I think one other thing that came up again and again is, I've watched them, I've listened to them tracking Trump since the first term when I was in Beijing and then through into the second term. They currently think of him as chaotic and difficult to deal with, but also a tremendous opportunity because they say, and I do believe them because I always, the more cynical they are, the more truthful I think they're being because they are exceedingly cynical, is he is the least hawkish person in Washington they know. He is more willing to let China buy high-end American chips, to invest in America, that his transactional, selfish, me-first instincts are an opportunity for China. One of the things we heard was, if this Iran war weakens him too much, that's actually bad for us. Because if he's really weak in Washington, then that foreign policy blob, the hawks waiting in the wings, they get maybe more power. So they like dealing with this chaotic, selfish, transactional, not very hawkish Donald Trump.
Interesting. So the weakness of Donald Trump would lead not to a more traditional MAGA Republican, but to the sort of triumph of the hawks.
Yeah, Marco Rubio gets more power. That's their nightmare.